The Omen was directed by Richard Donner and and it stars Gregory Peck as this guy named Robert Thorne, who married a woman named Catherine Thorne, and they basically adopt this little child. They adopt a child, and they name him Damien Thorne. And they raise him as their own child, basically. And one day on Damien's birthday, Damien's nanny committed suicide. And after her suicide, a man named Father Brennan basically warns Robert that Damien has a plan to kill Catherine's unborn baby because Catherine's pregnant, and he's going to kill her unborn baby. And after all of these deaths happen around Damien, Robert suspects that he has adopted the son of the devil. Now, this movie is great. It's absolutely amazing. The plot is good. It's almost similar to The Exorcist, nearly, because it deals with priests and stuff like that. Definitely one of the well-known and best supernatural horror films out there. And if you haven't seen this film, you should. I highly recommend it. It's a very great film. First, let me talk about the directing in this movie. The camera shots in this movie are actually pretty impressive. They're not the best camera shots that I've ever seen, but they're absolutely impressive. It captures what's going on into the film and what all of these characters, including Damien, are experiencing in these particular events that are occurring. The acting in this movie was also pretty darn impressive. There's one creepy, fulfilling moment that everyone, if you've seen The Omen, you would know what I'm talking about. Like in the beginning of the film and the ending and stuff like that, they play like this creepy, like haunting Christian music, and it's just creepy. It's absolutely terrifying. It's one of the terrifying scores I have ever heard in any horror movie to date. You just have the opera music in the background, and, well, it's more of a chorus opera, but it's sinister, and it's scary, and it's dark, and it's clever, too. And the story is absolutely clever. Now, this movie came out in 1976, and it was considered one of the greatest and one of the scariest horror movies of all time, and today, it can still be pretty scary. Because when people die in this movie, you don't actually see someone killing that person with their own bare hands. They die in, like, random events. Similar to the deaths in the movie Final Destination. But these deaths in The Omen were much more perfect and much more clever, and they had more suspense, and they were very dark compared to Final Destinations, which their death scenes weren't bad, but this movie took time. It took its time. But as the movie progresses and progresses and progresses, we're starting to understand why people are dying, because Damien is basically using these supernatural forces to kill these innocent souls. And with the help of his own nanny. And guard dogs. Devil guard dogs. One thing, though, there is one thing that actually got me. Some of the things that they say in this movie are kind of confusing. Like, there's some theories in this film that Damien's mom might be a jackal. And I have no idea what I understood, what I was supposed to expect or supposed to respond to that, because some of the things and the theories that they say in this film are sort of confusing, and it catches your attention. And I'm like, should I be scared about these theories, or should I be confused about these theories? Because I have no idea what's going on in some theories. Others, I absolutely know what's going on. But in the rest of the movie, it does work. It works absolutely perfectly. I love the characters in this movie. Robert Thorne, he's a very great man and a very great character. Catherine Thorne, she's an okay mother. She is mostly off-screen for most of the film. It's mostly just Robert. And let's talk about Damien Thorne. An absolute terror. He is an absolute monster. So there's a scene in the ending of this movie where I think Damien and along with other men are at like a cemetery, and Robert and Catherine's graves are sitting right in front of them, and then Damien slowly paves his head at the camera and does this devilish smile. And it makes me just want to punch him so hard in the face. But I will give credit to the person who does an amazing performance as Damien. Harvey Spencer Stevens, I think that's what his name is. Like, all of these horror movies that exist today that involves evil, devilish kids, like, let's say, Children of the Corn, The Exorcist, Orphan, The Good Son, and this. This is one of the greatest, most evil child performances I have ever seen in my life, and I was absolutely blown away by this performance in this film. I mean, sure, you don't actually see the kid doing anything, but you know that he's doing these awful things, which is one of the reasons that makes this movie very scary. This movie is absolutely perfect, but there was only one issue that I had with this movie. Some of the storyline, it kind of drags. Like, sometimes it goes slow. It does. I'm going to be honest. There's only one flaw in this movie, and sometimes the story drags just a tad. It kind of bugs me a little bit. It kind of goes slow, and sometimes it's kind of gets to the point where you're all like, is this really necessary? But other than that, I'm not saying anything else negative about this movie. This movie is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen this movie, and if you're a horror fan, I highly suggest checking this movie out. The Omen is one of the greatest supernatural horror films out there. The characters are fascinating, the plot is amazing, and the directing is pretty impressive too. It's not as good as other directors' works like Stanley Kubrick or Steven Spielberg or other popular directors, but hey, it still works. But yeah, The Omen has to be one of my all-time favorite horror movies, and I would love to see this. I'm definitely going to see this more and more in the future, and I will love to own this movie on Blu-ray. This is definitely a movie that you should own on Blu-ray, fun fact. But yeah, I will watch this movie a lot, and I will share it to my friends, and The Omen is definitely a classic. It's one of my personal favorites, and a lot of people out there love it too. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. I highly recommend it. Watch it, like, maybe sometime this Halloween, because this Halloween, a lot of horror movies will appear on TV and stuff like that. So if you have the time, definitely watch it. And The Omen is just a great movie. And I'm going to give The Omen a B. So guys, thank you for watching me do a horror movie review of The Omen. Tomorrow I will do a horror movie review of a Stephen King adaptation. I will be doing a horror movie review of Misery. It's another one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations, so I can't wait to do that. It's one of my favorites. But anyway, I will be doing some more, like, Alien. I will be doing a movie review of Candyman too, some other classic horror movies, and some new ones, and some upcoming ones. So definitely stay tuned for that. But my favorite series that I can't wait to do, and I'm only going to be, like, maybe doing 3 movies. I'm going to do horror movie reviews of Alien. I can't wait to do those. I'm going to have a blast doing those. But anyway, thank you guys for showing support to my channel and all my content that I make. All of you guys that are watching this video, just so you know, and all of my subscribers, you guys rock. Do not forget that. And I noticed I'm getting great comments and stuff like that. I want to give shout-outs to everyone who supports my channel and gives me fantastic comments, because you guys, you know you rock. Don't let anyone judge you otherwise, because you guys are fantastic, and you guys are my subscribers, and I will love every single one of you. And just so you know, but thank you guys all for tuning every day. And as always, I am Mario Fan 520, and I will see you next time. Peace out.